the girl a-running in a group. She had a high-speed motor in a 40 Ford coupe. She had a racing cam and a supercharged. Look at Buddy, hot rod at large. She's a hot rod. She's a hot rod. She's my hot rod.
Went to the car shows this last week. Last Saturday, went to the Chris Carson Memorial, and they presented me with a nice trophy, a nice shirt. Honest to gosh, it was a great show for La Rabida. Even with the threatening little bit of rain weather, they still packed them in. We had a great time. It was really fun. I met a man out there that does airbrushing, and he made my wife, she who will be obeyed, also known as Sandy, a nice T-shirt. And it really is sharp. And he's really talented. We're going to have him on later in the month, and we're going to talk to this fella. He's really something. We're going to talk to him. Diego Gonzalez is his name, and he's very, very talented. Coming up soon, Rittenhouse in Michigan City, the Rittenhouse Retirement Village, is going to be this coming Wednesday, a week from today, at the Rittenhouse Village. Yours truly is going to try his very best to get there. I hope I make it. It's just Wednesday's a bad day. Friday, Griffith Fireman, it's an evening cruise at 4 to 7. Good time, downtown Griffith. You can't miss it. Next week on the show, we're going to have Roxanne, who runs the show for autism at Blue Top. That's coming up on the 15th of September. And it's a Racing for Autism cruise-in at the Blue Top. What a great place that is. It's going to be a lot of fun. And this show is, and we're going to have the big George the Carguy annual Blessing of the Hot Rods. Pastor Dennis Starkey will be out from the New Creation Ministry, and he will be out there to give the blessing to the Hot Rods for the second year in a row. And truth be known, he's not just a pastor. He's a gearhead too, like the rest of us. He's an old gearhead like me. That's all there is to it. And then the following week, of course, we have Daryl from Cars for Charity, Daryl Stone. He will be on because he's going to be pumping up the American Legion at the American Legion in Cedar Lake on the 23rd. That's a Sunday. The show for Make-A-Wish Foundation, sponsored by the Cedar Lake Eagles. It's a great show. Yours truly was there last year. We even had the young lady from Make-A-Wish on the show about a week or 2 weeks later. She was just beside herself. It was really, really a lot of fun. Those are great shows coming up. Let me just tell you, it's going to be a great summer. We still got a great summer. It's not over yet. In October, we're going to have the Jeep Invasion. You know, truly our cars and trucks are better built, more reliable, with longer lasting engines and bodies that last longer than ever before. If you remember, 100,000 miles used to be the kiss of death. And oh my goodness, it was terrible. If you had 100,000 miles, it was that old kiss of death. Now, we're driving our cars 200, 300, even 400,000 miles on a regular basis. Talk to the boss at WIMS, Rick Federici. He's well over 400,000 miles on his Jeep. With a little maintenance and TLC, of course. They always have to put them together. They have to be taken care of. But it's still amazing what's going on. Better oils, better antifreezes, along with some high-tech electronics and precise fuel control have made our engines and drivetrains last longer, and breakthroughs in steel, aluminum, and plastic technology have made those vehicles look good all the way to the junkyard. You got to remember the precise fuel control and the new oils that don't build up the residue inside the engine and dirt and filth, and the precise burning of the fuel. There's less carbon byproduct in the combustion chamber. These engines are lasting longer and longer and longer. We're really doing everything right? Well, maybe not. I want you to consider this, and this is important to me. I want you to consider this. This is a phase that I kind of had fun writing this, and I'm going to lay it on you just word for word when I wrote it out. Hey, how are you enjoying that Commodore 64 computer? Is it still doing everything you want it to? Still making calls on that new bag phone that you have? Here's what I'm getting at. While we are making our cars and trucks so much better, we are equipping them with ever-changing technology, modules and computers that are responsible for almost every facet of everyday driving are consistently being upgraded to make it all the smoother and easier. And that's where my concern comes in. The average lifespan of a desktop or laptop is what, 3 to 5 years? If that. It's obsolete 6 months after you bought it. I don't care if you bought the top of the line. All this to ensure, all right, are you able to upgrade your phone every 3 to 4 years? You have to. All this is to ensure that you are the most connected and secure and fastest available. Well, you are. That's because you upgrade your technology or you change your technology. What happens when the technology that works your wipers automatically, engages your cruise control, enables your engine to burn fuel at a rate so as to appease the EPA, becomes outdated and can't be updated? What happens? What happens when your vehicle, the vehicle's motherboard, cannot support the latest software? Worse yet, what will you do when their software develops a glitch that can't be fixed without all new hardware? Have you ever heard of any of these things in your computer world? Sure you have. Sure you have. You've gone out and bought new computers for software glitches and motherboards that are overloaded because there's no more expansion involved. And they keep changing the technology to make it bigger, better, faster. Well, guess what? All the new infotainment systems, that's the radios, the stereos, the televisions, all the good stuff, built-in phones, they will be constantly redone and upgraded to the latest and refined entertainment tastes. But what if your system can't handle the load? Here's my question in all this. Are we refining and designing our new improved vehicles to the point that it doesn't matter how long they are functional, but how long they are still current in today's technology? So in other words, will we have junkyards full of really good looking and great running? Next up, we're going to address something that has spurned from this. I want to know, what exactly are we going to do with all that leftover electronic waste? How much of that stuff can be recycled and how much of it cannot? And what are you going to recycle it to? You can't recycle it to the automobile world because guess what? The automobile world just passed you up. You're no longer relevant. So what is it? What do they do? Put it in the Tonka trucks for the kids, the Hot Wheels? What's going to happen here? Are we actually building these great cars, these longer lasting, more beautiful, better connected, easier to drive? Are we building these great vehicles and then giving them a date of death with the technology we're putting on board? Are we doing that? I hope, for God's sake, I hope that some of these designers with this software and stuff have left an open end where they can at least upgrade them a little bit. So you're not throwing away a 3 or 4 or 5-year-old car, because that would be a travesty, because they are built better and they last twice that long. My God, they last 5 times that long. Just ask the boss. He's got 460,000 miles on his Jeep. Maybe the radio isn't the newest. Maybe the communication system isn't the newest. He doesn't have automatic braking, but he's still got a great running car and a great looking car. So we've been talking about different things. And I meant what I said about all this technology. I'm worried that we're going to have a clash of technology and longevity of the cars. They need to figure out what they're doing here, make sure everything is upgradable and available to be reset, because that car is going to last probably 5 times longer than the technology they're equipping it with. And most people are not just going to go out and buy a new car for no reason, except, well, that would be a reason, I guess, but that'd be a terrible reason. Have to go out and buy a new car because the phone doesn't work anymore, or the technology that stops the car, automatically veers the car or keeps it in the lane is outdated. No good. Yowza. Don't forget the car shows coming up. They're really great. We're going to have next week on Wednesday, we're going to have Roxanne from the Racing for Autism car show at the Blue Top. By the way, I managed to get out to Blue Top this weekend and get my Big Ben burger. That makes it 10 weeks in a row. I have been able to sneak into Blue Top, get a Big Ben burger, and at least one onion ring without the she who will be obeyed knowing I broke my diet. Then I'm not on a diet. Who cares, right? You get to a certain age, you're like, I got to have a Big Ben burger. I can't have a milkshake, but she can. Tell me what's going on there. Don't forget the American Legion, Cedar Lake, on the 23rd. That's the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Last year was my first year. I'll never miss another one. I didn't even know what Make-A-Wish was. What a great organization. And all the money is used for the person. It doesn't go into a top-heavy management system. It's a good group, a good organization. I don't mind giving money or time or effort to people like that. That's a good deal. And, of course, Friday is the Griffith Fireman Show, the cruise in downtown Griffith. If you ever wanted to do a burnout downtown Griffith, now's your chance. I don't think they'd say anything. By the way, at that car show last Saturday, they had a burnout contest, and it was won by Daryl Stone, of all people, Cars for Charity. And I explained to him that maybe he should let me tune that up for him a little bit because it was okay, but I would not have given him a burnout prize for that. Definitely not. All right. We've been doing different things and talking different things about the car world. 928 Car Guys is my phone number. You can call me anytime you want. If you got a question about a car, that's actually how this show all started. We can fix it right over the whole phone. Trust me. I know I've done a lot of cars. Trust me, and I can get you on the right track. I can get your car fixed for you without all the guesswork. Okay, there's a lot of guesswork out there right now. A lot of people going to the big box stores, getting their codes read, their check engine light, and coming into me with all these parts and saying, "Can you put these on my car?" I said, "Sure. What if they don't fix it?" Well, they have to fix it. That's what the code was for. Oh, no, it's not. Diagnosis has been the key to car repair right now, and especially with the new high-tech cars. And the technology, of course, that's constantly being upgraded means I have to buy equipment that is constantly being upgraded. Yes, sirree. All right. We got to go take a little buzz around the car world here because I got some things I need to tell you about that you should know. For decades, studies have been, I'm glad we better go to the car phone here. Let's have a talk on the car phone and see what's going on. See what happens with this. Hey, you're on with the car guy.
Big George.
Yes, sir.
Big George, what do you mean you wouldn't give me no points for that?
You need a tune-up. You need a car guy. You need to call me.
You can give me about an extra 50 horsepower?
I can get you a good 60 ponies. No problem. That was actually a very good burnout, Daryl, but I just think I can make it better. That's what I do.
I ran out of parking lot.
Yeah, you did run out of parking lot. I saw that. That could have been dangerous, my friend. That was a fun car show. It was well done and well run. You know,
we tear it up, we'll fix it and do it again.
Yeah, we will.
It's all good.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right.
Take care, buddy.
I got your word.
All right. Take care, buddy.
Talk to you soon.
All right.
All right.
Bye. I knew Daryl Stone would have he'd have a conniption fit if he's heard that, which is okay. He should.